Every level of upside-down monster explained, from annoying pests to literal gods of nightmare fuel. Some of these things are basically flying rats. Others will break every bone in your body while you're awake. By the end, you'll know exactly which creatures deserve respect and which ones are just here to die. Level 1, vines, tendrils. Level 1, vines. Yeah, we're starting with literal plants, the bottom of the barrel. These things are everywhere in the upside down like bad carpet, covering floors, walls, ceilings, just waiting for you to step on them. And when you do, congratulations, you just alerted everything that wants to kill you. They're basically the security cameras of the upside down. Now don't get me wrong, they can grab you, they can choke you. Hopper almost got a tendril shoved down his throat by a plant in Season 2. Embarrassing, honestly. Nancy stepped on one and immediately regretted it because every Demogorgon in a 5-mile radius knew exactly where she was. These vines react to movement, sound, anything that disturbs them. They writhe like snakes and try to immobilize you. But here's the thing, they're fragile. You can literally just cut them or burn them. That's it. That's the whole strategy. Fire? Dead. Knife? Dead. A stern look? Probably dead. When 11 closed the gate in Season 2, the entire tunnel network of vines collapsed and turned to ash instantly. Zero resistance. By Season 4, these things were creeping into the Creel house through the opened gates. They're basically invasive weeds from hell. Sure, they're connected to the hive-mind. Sure, they act as tripwires and sensors for Vecna. But at the end of the day, if you die to a vine, that's on you. They're not even monsters. They're just inconvenient. All right, at least the next ones can actually fly. Level 2. Demobats. Now we're talking about actual creatures. These are oversized reptilian bats with needle teeth and prehensile tails that wrap around you like a boa constrictor. Think pterodactyls had a baby with a lamprey. 1 demobat? Not scary. 50 demobats? That's a problem. Their whole strategy is attack from every direction and hope you run out of stamina. They're swarm creatures. No individual intelligence, just overwhelming numbers. And they're fast, agile. They patrol the upside down as Vecna's surveillance drones. Basically ring cameras with teeth. Steve Harrington fought them off with an oar in Season 4. My man was out here playing whack-a-mole with flying piranhas. He survived, but not without getting bitten multiple times. Eddie Munson wasn't so lucky. R.I.P. Eddie, but also, bro, Demobats? Really? That's how we're going out? Their combined bites drained him until he couldn't fight anymore. But here's why they're still low tier. Individually, they're weak. Robin and Nancy were shooting these things out of the sky like clay pigeons. They don't think. They just swarm. There's no strategy here beyond fly at target until target stops moving. They serve as aerial guards for Vecna, hovering around gate sites and clinging to surfaces in dark places for ambushes. Some fans think Demobat bites turn you into a vampire because of Dungeons & Dragons lore. There's zero evidence of this in the show. Zero. Y'all just want Cass the Betrayer to be real so bad. Time to talk about creatures that actually have brains. Level 3. Polywogs, juvenile Demogorgons. Level 3. Polywogs, also known as baby Demogorgons, also known as Dart. Dustin found one in his trash can in Season 2 and thought, yeah, I'm keeping this. It was literally adorable. Slug body, tiny limbs, ate nougat candy like it was Halloween. Then it ate his cat. Character development. Here's the thing about polywogs. They grow ridiculously fast. Every time Dart molted, he doubled in size like he was speed-running puberty. Polywog stage, then frog stage, then cat-sized, then full demodog. By the time Dustin realized his pet was a murder machine, it was too late. One day it's cute, 3 days later it's eating soldiers at Hawkins' lab. What makes them dangerous is the rapid growth cycle combined with their beginning connection to the hive-mind. They start getting Wi-Fi to Vecna's brain network. Their intelligence develops fast. They learn patterns, plan ambushes, and shift from pure instinct to calculated hunting. Still vulnerable, though. Heat and fire scare them at this stage. But here's the crazy part. Dart recognized Dustin at the end. Even with the hive-mind controlling him, he let Dustin pass unharmed in the tunnels. That's genuinely heartbreaking. This thing still had memories. Fragments of emotion persisted despite Vecna's influence. Don't get it twisted, though. Every other polywog would have ripped Dustin apart without hesitation. Dart was the exception, not the rule. They're in between being mindless and intelligent. It's like they're teenagers, confused, hungry, and dangerous. Once they hit puberty, though, different story. Level 4. Demodogs. Level 4, Demodogs. Adolescent Demogorgons. The point where things get serious. These are waist-high quadrupedal predators with flower heads full of rotating teeth that grind through bone. They can sprint, climb walls, and shrug off bullets like they're wearing Kevlar. Their heads split open into 4 petals when they feed. Nightmare fuel. Unlike the babies, Demodogs actually think. They plan ambushes, they coordinate attacks. During the Hawkins Lab invasion in Season 2, they divided into tactical waves. Some distracted guards while others flanked and eliminated targets. That's military-level coordination. These things have a strategy. They're fully connected to Vecna's network now. Low-frequency growls act as communication between pack members. If one Demodog sees you, they all see you. You're not fighting one, you're fighting the entire pack simultaneously. When 11 closed the gate in 1984, every single Demodog dropped dead instantly. Their lifeline to the hive was cut. Strength-wise, they're overwhelming. Tore through reinforced steel doors like cardboard, crushed human bones with single leaps. But they have weaknesses. Fire burns the sensitive membranes inside their open jaws. Electromagnetic interference disrupts their coordination and breaks the hive connection temporarily. Here's why they're not higher, though. They're disciplined infantry, loyal, effective, totally expendable. Vecna doesn't care if they die. They're foot soldiers, not commanders. Great at their job, but that job is basically attack on command and die if necessary. Now we're done with pack animals. Time to talk about apex predators. Level 5, Demogorgon, adult. Level 5, the Demogorgon, the one that started it all. This thing terrorized Season 1. It's the reason we all fell in love with Stranger Things. 7 feet tall, dense muscle, armor-like skin that withstands fire and gunfire. Its head unfolds into a 5-petal maw with concentric rings of serrated teeth. Each petal is also a sensory organ detecting vibrations, scent, and heat. It can hunt in complete darkness using these senses. Tracked. Will buyers across dimensional boundaries by scent alone. Could phase through solid structures, a process called shunting, basically micro-portals that vanish instantly. Dr. Brenner compared it to a bear or lion. Predictable, an apex predator following instinct. But here's the horror. It didn't just kill, it abducted victims, dragged them to the upside down and cocooned them on vines as incubators for slugs. Will and Barb were used for breeding. That's diabolical. This thing wasn't hunting for food, it was creating more monsters. Strength analysis ripped through reinforced doors, crushed bone with its grip, hurled grown men like rag dolls. The kids had to set it on fire, and 11 had to disintegrate it psychically to kill it. In Russia, Hopper needed a flaming sword to take one down. A flaming sword. Here's the thing, though. It's tethered to the hive-mind, not independent. Vecna controls it like a puppet. The Demogorgon follows orders, doesn't make decisions. It's the face of death in the upside down, but it's not the brain. All right, up until this point, we've been talking about creatures. Now we're talking about intelligence. Level 6, Mind Flayer, both forms. Level 6, the Mind Flayer, both the shadow form and the meat form. We're counting them together because they're technically the same entity. Shadow form first. A massive storm cloud of living particles, each one a neuron in a cosmic brain. This is the Upside Down's command structure, the general coordinating everything. Every Demobat, Demodog, Demogorgon, and Vine feeds information back to it in real time. It's like Vecna's Google Cloud server for monsters. It operates through a telepathic network with infinite reach. When it infiltrates a host's body, it overrides their nervous system. That's how Will became the Flayer's unwilling spy in Season 2. The tunnels under Hawkins were literal sensory organs. The town became part of the creature's body. Weakness? Temperature sensitive. Fire and extreme heat sever its neural pathways. Now the meat form. The Flayers attempt to exist in our dimension as a physical being. 20 feet tall, constructed from fused remains of flayed humans and animals. Billy Hargrove and dozens of Hawkins residents melted down and merged into this abomination. It carries the neural imprints of every victim consumed, their memories trapped inside. When Billy was the primary host, it weaponized his guilt to torment 11. Psychological warfare. No organs, no bone structure, just constant regeneration. Survived heavy gunfire, smashed through walls, injured 11, and embedded a fragment in her leg that nullified her powers for months. Here's the twist, though. For 2 seasons, we thought the Mind Flayer was the supreme intelligence. Season 4 reveals it's Vecna's weapon, which brings us to the actual god of this dimension. Level 7, Vecna Henry Creel 001. Level 7, Vecna. Born Henry Creel, designated 001 at Hawkins' lab, the man who built this entire nightmare from scratch. 1959, Henry murdered his family with innate psychic powers, taken to Hawkins' lab by Brenner. 1979, confrontation with 11. She blasted him through an interdimensional rift. The void burned him, broke him, remade him into something inhuman. He fell into Dimension X, discovered the shadow particles that would become the Mind Flayer. And here's the key. He didn't just find it, he molded it. Shaped it into a spider form inspired by Black Widow spiders he loved as a kid. Every creature in the Upside Down exists as extensions of his will. Demogorgons, Demodogs, Demobats, the Vines, all of them. His powers? Telepathy and telekinesis honed for cruelty. Invades human minds, forces victims to relive deepest traumas, then kills them by levitating their bodies while shattering every bone and gouging out their eyes. Each death opens a small gate. 4 gates equals permanent dimensional convergence. He's literally tearing reality apart, one murder at a time. Through the Mind Flayer's particles, he controls the entire ecosystem. He is the general. He is the brain. Everything in the Upside Down breathes because he allows it. Weaknesses? When he's psychically projecting, his physical body is vulnerable. The Hawkins crew exploited this in Season 4 by attacking his body while he was distracted. But he survived. Badly wounded, but he vanished. Vecna isn't just the strongest monster, he's the architect of the entire dimension. He's not a predator, he's a god with a vision. So we've gone from annoying vines to literal dimensional gods. Every level serves a purpose in Vecna's army. Vines are tripwires, Demobats are drones, Polywogs are larvae, Demodogs are infantry, Demogorgons are enforcers. The Mind Flayer is the weapon, and Vecna is the one holding it. Now here's the question. If you were trapped in the Upside Down right now, which level are you surviving? Let me know in the comments which monster you think you could actually beat. And if you want more Stranger Things breakdowns, check out our video explaining every power in Stranger Things. This is Explainer Real. Thanks for watching.